It's season 6 of our Youth to Gold save with VfB Stuttgart in the Bundesliga. Last time around, we managed to finish just 5th place in the table. We should realistically be qualifying for the Champions League. We were very, very close. In fact, we were literally just 1 point off a finish in 4th place. If we finished in 4th place, we would have qualified for the Champions League. I believe qualifying round, maybe going straight into the group stage. I'm not quite sure. Now, I haven't actually looked at this, but when it comes to the season preview, we are expected to finish 5th place, which is where we obviously finished last season as well. I would like to do one better. We don't have anybody, I don't believe we have anybody in the Media Dream 11, which is not ideal. Who are our best 2 players currently? Let's have a look. We are going to be down there. We have Enzo Milio, which is a surprise to nobody because he's obviously very good at football. And we have Dennis Seaman, who is obviously very good at football as well. However, he is wanted. Barcelona and Real Madrid. Do we pull the trigger and sell Seaman? It might be a thing we do, you know. Obviously, with this being a Youth to Gold save, the main things that we really need to be trying to do is sell anybody who is over the age of 30 because they are dead to me, and bring in anybody who is under the age of 20. So teenagers only are allowed to join this club. That sounds weird out of context. The transfer window has opened and we have already done a bit of business. In fact, this business happened about 10 or so days ago, 20 days ago maybe. Arthur Herman has moved over to FC Nantes over in France. He's gone for a whopping £28.5 million. Considering we bought him in Season 1, in our Season 1 that is, for 350, that is a huge, huge profit on a player who, realistically, he's not amazing. He's just pretty quick, isn't he? That's all he's got. For this transfer window, we do have £115 million to spend. We've got a whopping £300 or so £1,000 worth of wage budget. Let's take a quick look at the squad. Sort by age. Have we got any old people? We've got Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams might need to leave this window. Technically, we don't need to sell him this window, but if we get the opportunity and a decent offer comes in, we might end up selling Williams. Along with the Bundesliga, we are obviously in the DFB Pokal and we are in the Europa League. A Europa League that I feel like we could win. We got to the final last season, losing out to Everton in a 2-1 defeat, but I feel like we should be able to win this. Maybe we can do well in the Champions League, finish top 4, and maybe we can win the Europa League. Without further ado then, let's jump forward to the end of the initial transfer window. Hopefully Brandon Williams will be sold, because I feel like selling him once he is 30 might be a little bit harder. And obviously, we are going to do some transfer business. It's now the 4th of September and 3 players have left the club on permanent deals. 2 of them are big name players as well. Yuli Shimanga Ngonga is a player who actually came through our youth intake, technically before we joined the club in the first season of the save. He's moved over to Bayer. Didn't want to do this, but he had a minimum fee release of £7.25 million, which has obviously been triggered, and he has moved over. Another player to leave is Friedrich Donholz, who came through our youth intake in the 27-28 season, and he's gone over to Mainz for not a lot of money, £600,000, possibly going up a little bit higher. And finally, we have sold Dennis Seaman. He has moved to Real Madrid for a lot of money, £69 million, possibly going all the way up to £88 million, which kind of offsets the possible catastrophe that was Russell Hammond last season, which cost £91 million. 6 players have joined the club, and we're going to go for them in ascending order of cost. Jonah Schwartz is first up, 19-year-old German left-back and left midfielder signed from Dusseldorf. He's cost £200,000. He's most certainly one for the future. He has been brought in as a future prospect, but he's most likely kind of going to be a bit of a squad player, filling out the subs bench. Next up, moving up to £2.5 million, is Colombian youngster Javier Palomino, who is 18 years old, signed from Atletico Nacional. He's a central midfielder, so we do need to retrain him to be either an attacking or defensive midfielder. I think I might go for defensive. I don't really know why. He's got better. I'm not sure. We'll have to work out what Palomino is going to be. Obviously, not going to be playing much anytime soon, but he's worth £31 to £39 million, which is a lot of money. Speaking of a lot of money, Patrick Kadlec has signed from Sparta Prague. Is he the Dennis Seaman replacement? Maybe. Or is Schapendonk the Dennis Seaman replacement? Kadlec has come in as a star player. I don't believe it, okay? I just offer people what they want and then change my mind once they've arrived. Come in from Spartak Prague, he's cost £7.25 million, which is actually relatively cheap for a player of this quality. He is described as a wonderkid. Next up is Edgar Ortiz, a 20-year-old Mexican with 1 cap to his name. When we signed him, he wasn't 20. I don't think he was 20. We will double check that. But I'm almost certain he was 19 when we signed him, and then he turned 20 within a few days of us actually signing him. He has come in from Chivas, costing £8.75 million. Next up is one for the future, but one who is very expensive. Our board want us to sign German footballers, and they want us to sign players from other teams in the Bundesliga, which is a weird thing for them to want to do, but it's apparently a thing that they're after. Is Mario Mucker, 18 years of age, under 20 international striker, and he's cost us £12.5 million, possibly going up a little bit more as well. It's a lot of money, but we have a lot of money, so I've decided to start throwing it around. Last season, we obviously bought one big name player. This season, we bought a whole load of smaller name players, but still quite expensive. And the most expensive player to join our club is Dominic Evans. The 19-year-old Welsh international has signed from Manchester City. He's got 7 caps to his name. He has cost us £18.5 million, which I don't think is actually terrible. He's got 4.5-star potential, 2-star current ability, which is obviously not amazing, but I think we need to maybe force play Evans to get some game time behind him. I think he's going to be good. It was too much money, but like I said earlier, we do have money to just throw around anyway. We've also got a whole load of players leaving on loan deals. Kellen Slack is one of them, moving over to Sheffield United on loan, hopefully get some game time there. We've got Saxon Oxborough going to Wrexham, who are in League 1 in this save. Hopefully, again, get some game time there. Nicoli heading back over to Middlesbrough for another season. We need to get that determination up, really, don't we? But he is playing in the... I was going to say in England? It is in England. I only said Europe for some reason. It's technically Europe. But so is Germany. John Mullen has also moved over to England, moving to Bournemouth, who are currently in the Championship. We've got Yassir Khan has gone over to Magdeburg. We've got Ilakana has moved over to Luton, once again in the Championship. He was not getting game time. I have transfer listed him. Nobody really wanted him. He just hasn't really been playing a lot of these matches, coming off the bench. Particularly the last season, he only played 9 and 7 of them were off the bench. So we need to really move him on because I don't think he's ever going to get much game time for us. Nick Ack and Mikel Gonzalez have both gone on loan to Regensburg, and Cesar Moreno has gone on loan to SV Wehen Wiesbaden. Maybe. Probably isn't their name at all, is it? And I just want to confirm, Edgar Ortiz, 14th of the 7th, is when we signed him. He turned 20 on the 28th of the 7th, so we bought him 2 weeks before he turned 20. It's fine, we didn't break any rules. Now, from a tactics perspective, I think we're going to have to try and do this again because I'm determined not to be embarrassed by £91 million man Russell Hammond. He needs to get better at football. He played 13 times in total for us last season, or 13 league games actually. I think he's played a little bit more than that. 14 in all competitions, and he's played 4 so far in all competitions. I think he's going to get good. He is improving. He's certainly improving, maybe not as quick as we like him to do, but we're going to have to force play him for a season. He's got the right numbers. As an attack midfielder on attack, his first touch, his passing, his technique, decisions are good. His vision's pretty good. Off the ball's pretty good. He's got some good numbers. He's also got 7 flair and 9 finishing and 12 dribbling. Could be a bit of an issue there. One thing you will have noticed is we haven't locked in a goalkeeper, and that's because I'm going to leave this up to my assistant manager. Who should be our number 1? We've got technically 4 options. We've got Robin Dietrich. It's not you, buddy. Sorry, it's definitely not going to be you. We've also got, I'm going to go in order of what I think they'll pick, Lucas Inostroza, who I believe will be our 3rd choice goalkeeper for the season. He's 21 now, 4 caps for Chile. We've then got Kadlec, who we have just seen as our new signing. I don't think he's going to be our number 1. He's good. He's very good, but is he as good as Schapendonk? Schapendonk played 11 times last season for RC Lens. Already, Schapendonk has played 3 matches. He has conceded twice in those 3 games. He's played once as well in the DFB Pokal, so I feel like Schapendonk will be our number 1 for the season, but I don't think Kadlec is too far behind him. Oh, and you'll notice Brendan Williams is still at the club. Yes, he is now 30, which means we do need to sell him next season. Nobody wanted him. There was a bit of interest, but basically nobody took him at all. I mean, he's £34 million might be part of the problem here. Anyway, we have obviously kicked off the season. We've played 3 league games, winning against Mainz and Borussia Mönchengladbach, drawing with RB Leipzig, which is actually a very, very good draw. But we are not currently top of the table because we have drawn one of those matches in the Europa League. Can we see our fixtures? Is there an easy way to do it? I hate doing this because it kind of jumps all over the place. We have to do that, and then we go Europa League. So who have we got? We've got Spurs, Rangers, Total Network Solutions. It's not what they're called anymore. It's the new Saints. We've got Hapoel Beersheva, we've got Galatasaray, Slavia Prague, Levski Sofia, and Anderlecht. I think we should be fine. I think we should be getting out of this group. No problems, finishing in the top 8, hopefully. Anyway, that's going to do it then for this part. Let's jump forward to the start of the January transfer window. We'll be halfway through the season, see how well things have gone. And obviously, we'll have another transfer window to worry about. And we've still got 130 million to spend. I think it's gone up, hasn't it? It's gone up in money. Well, it is now the 1st of January. We are almost at the midway point. Technically, we've got one more game to play before we hit that midway point, but we find ourselves in 6th place in the table. 7 wins, pretty good wins in terms of scoring goals. We did also beat Borussia Dortmund, the defending champions, 3-1, but 8 draws is a lot of draws. Good draws, if you ask me. Some of them, obviously, drawing with Bayern, drawing with Leipzig are good draws, but some of the draws, the Hoffenheim draw, arguably, we shouldn't be drawing that one. Köln, we shouldn't be drawing that one. Wolfsburg, we shouldn't be drawing that one. And then 1 defeat as well against Eintracht Frankfurt, who find themselves in 7th place. If we could just turn some of those draws into wins, we would be in a very good place. Speaking of turning some of those draws into wins, we'd be in a good place. The Europa League, we are currently 10th place. We do have 3 wins, beating Slavia Prague, Hapoel Beersheva and the New Saint, but we have 2 draws against Rangers and Tottenham, and then 1 defeat against Galatasaray. If we just managed to turn one of those draws into a victory, we'd be on, what is that? It would be 13 points, wouldn't it? So we'd be way up here, 4th or 5th place in the table, along with Brentford. But no, unfortunately, we've drawn a couple of matches, and we might be on the verge of not going out of the Europa League, obviously, but not making it through straight into the second knockout round, or the round of 16, or whatever it is. I don't know. No idea what it's called. I am a bit concerned that the board might start getting on our back. They're currently fine. They're currently okay. We've got a C, but they do want us, first of all, to increase our commercial revenue. I don't really know how I do that. They want us to sign players to sell for a profit. I mean, I will be doing that. They also want us to spend the original transfer budget. It's £120 million, guys. If I'm doing it, I'm buying another Russell Hammond, and you're not going to be happy with it. But I feel like they want us to reach that stage of the DFB Pokal. We failed because we've been knocked out against Dortmund in the second round, which is not really fair. They want us to qualify for the Champions League. We are struggling in the league at the moment, but we're doing okay in the Europa League. I'm worried that if we don't finish in the top 4, we might get sacked. Anyway, it is a transfer window, obviously. We have plenty of money to spend. I will be trying to look at selling if we sort by age once again. We have a 30-year-old Brandon Williams. He is transfer listed. His value has declined slightly to now 26 million, but we've got Palace wanting to sign him on a permanent deal. Same with Al Ain. We've also got some loan spells as well, which hopefully we can kind of deal with them, maybe get them in a mandatory future fee. So Brandon Williams will likely be leaving, which is kind of silly because he is one of our best performers in the league. Speaking of best performers in the league, in the Europa League, Russell Hammond has got 3 goals and 3 assists in 6 matches. So I think he's starting to get good. He's starting to get a bit of confidence behind him. Some of these numbers seem like they're going up. Maybe not necessarily the numbers themselves, but there are upwards arrows. Flair's gone up from 7 to 8. We've seen an improvement in Russell. Anyway, like I said, January the 1st is here. Transfer window is open, £130 million to spend. Let's see if we can actually spend any of it to begin with. Well, first of all, players leaving the club then. Brandon Williams has left on a loan spell to Crystal Palace. There is not an obligation to buy, and I don't even think there is an option to buy. I kind of want them to just buy him anyway. He is still transfer listed, and I didn't need to do this, basically, is what I'm trying to say, but I wanted to do it because I thought, you know what, he's not going to be playing for us next season. What's the point in playing somebody who isn't going to be here next season when we can start to try and develop a youngster? The thing is, we didn't buy any, so we have to deal with what we've got at the club. Our transfer window has been non-existent, effectively. We did no business joining the club, leaving the club. We have got a few other players. We've got Michael Orlov, who is an 18-year-old German central midfielder, moving over to Werder Bremen. We've also got a Bodji, who's gone over to Hertha. He is a 17-year-old left winger, but that's pretty much it. We've got loan spells of players going off to our feeder clubs like Giovanni Vessi, who's good. He's good. He's got a nice high value, which says to me he's going to get better in the future. Mario Mucker off to Hansa Rostock, needs to get some game time. Hopefully he's going to do that there. Milton joining him over at Hansa Rostock, needs to get some game time. He's already scored twice in 3 appearances. We've got Kadlec. He's gone over to RC Lens last season. It was Schapendonk this time. Kadlec's gone there because he was getting annoyed. He obviously wasn't playing because of Schapendonk. Brian, the Luxembourger international, he's gone out on loan to Amiens. And then we've got Kesmenlini, or whatever his name is. It's Kesmenli, sure. He's gone to Regensburg. Last time they played twice, this time hasn't kicked a ball yet. Rodriguez also gone to Regensburg, again has not kicked a ball. And Maria has gone to Hansa Rostock, and he hasn't kicked a ball. Whilst we have these feeder clubs, both of them in Bundesliga 2, I believe, we never seem to play any of our players. Like they quite happily take them. So Hansa Rostock, if you have a look at their squad, they've got Morea, they've got Milton, they've got Mucker. Mucker's come off the bench twice. Milton's the only one who's actually getting some game time there. And I feel like Regensburg is even worse. So they got Mikel Gonzalez, who's played twice. He's been there since the start of the season. We've got Rodriguez, not kicked a ball. Kesamenli, not kicked a ball. Vessi has played once and then one off the bench. So they're not really playing our players. This is the one I want him to get better. He's got 4-star potential, but he never plays wherever he goes. He played 13 matches at Concarneau, and that was about it. Anyway, other things that are going on. We've played 4 more matches, I believe, since we were last here, and things are starting to get a little bit worse. We've picked up another couple of points from draws. We have 10 draws now in all competitions. We've not lost to Leipzig. The problem is we also haven't beaten Leipzig. We've drawn with Bayern. We've lost only 1 more match, Mainz and Frankfurt, which are not matches we should be losing. Frankfurt now up into 5th. We have also won 8 matches, including a 6-1 against Borussia Mönchengladbach, but we are falling away. We are 6 points behind a Champions League spot. And the board are kind of okay. I mean, they're not. They're still disappointed because we're not on course to qualify for the Champions League, and it's required. The supporters, they're kind of okay. They want us to qualify for the Champions League as well, but maybe the Europa League is going to save us. Because we have qualified for the round of 16, I believe it is, with 5 wins, beating Anderlecht Levski, Slavia Prague, Hapoel Beersheva, and Total Network Solutions. I'm going to call them that every time. The draws against Rangers and Spurs, we know, and the defeat against Galatasaray. So we finished in 7th place, which actually isn't terrible. We'll obviously be playing one of these 12 teams here, 8 teams, 16 teams. That's how numbers work. But obviously we don't know who that's going to be yet. So all in all, at this point of the season, it's not going particularly well. And I'm genuinely fearing for my job. If this is how the league season ends, the table finishes like this, we could be in a sticky situation. We are in a bit of a sticky situation because, yes, we have finished 6th place in the table. 13 draws is too many draws. We've got, again, good draws in there, but it's far too many draws. Only 5 defeats, which is actually joint best with Bayern. However, the Europa League may have just saved our bacon, because we made it all the way through to the final. Tottenham Hotspur were our opponents, obviously, of the Premier League. First cross comes in, finds Diao at the back post. We take the lead after just half an hour. And then 4 minutes later on the clock, Diao collects it on the left-hand side. Hughes finds Varela into the penalty area, takes a couple of touches, and the Portuguese international tucks the ball away for our second of the game, and that is all we needed to win the Europa League. We've actually managed to win a trophy. The amount of times I've done a save or a season or a series or whatever on Football Manager, and we've never really won anything, I feel like this is an achievement in itself. We do still want to win the Bundesliga, but the fact that we've won the Europa League, I'm happy with that. Doing a youth to gold save, we've won the Europa League with Stuttgart. And we still have 4 more seasons to play, season 7, 8, 9 and 10. There is still obviously a very big chance that we could win the Bundesliga. I also don't know if we qualify for this. I feel like we do. I feel like we qualify for this. So, I mean, can we work this out? It doesn't really tell us, does it? But, I mean, we've got Barcelona. There's basically what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of European teams. So Barcelona, we've got Marseille, we've got Roma, AC Milan, Liverpool, Arsenal, Leipzig. We've also got, where have we gone? PSG, Real Madrid, Porto, Bayern, Sporting. There's a lot of European sides in this. So it might be the winners of the Champions League and the winners of the Europa League that make their way into this competition. So maybe the Club World Championships is also a trophy that we could win. A trophy that I'm desperately trying to win, by the way, with my Montego Bay United side in my Building a Nation save in Jamaica, which is certainly a very different experience to this. Oh, before we do the usual end of season stuff, I just want to draw your attention to the kits. I like making kits, okay? And here are the new kits that I've made for VfB Stuttgart, sponsored by myself, obviously. But I think they look quite smart. That third kit, I really like the third kit, and I don't know why, but I think they look like really smart kits. Anyway, then let's take a look at the squad. We have got 6 players scoring double figures. Varela, one of them, scoring obviously in the Europa League final. He did only get 5 league goals, but 5 Europa League goals as well. He is utter filth. For a defensive midfielder, he is utter filth. He is wanted by Tottenham. Why would you go there? You've just beaten them in the final. For £34.5 million, we've got a world-class footballer here, right? And this fills my heart with joy. Russell Hammond is our 5th or 4th top goal scorer with 12 goals in all competitions, 8 of them coming in the Europa League, just 4 of them in the Bundesliga. But he's starting to get some goals. He's starting to go up in numbers as well. I mean, we can probably have a look, actually. I mean, it's not going to help, is it? It's not going to help much at all. As long as stamina dropped to 9 for some reason. Why did that drop so far down? But we can see long shots gone up by 2. Passing's gone up by 1. We've also got dribbling's gone up, anticipation, flair. positioning, physically, his agility, that's what it's called, jumping reach, stamina and strength have all gone up as well. So he's getting better at football and generally as a physical person. Fourth top goal scorer then is Rodolfo Caballero, the 22-year-old Mexican international who has currently got a broken foot, so has missed a reasonable part of the season by the looks of it. Also, 10 starts, 15 off the bench, 13 goals, 9 assists. How much football has he missed? Oh, he's only just come off, missed in the last 2 matches, but he has managed to come off the bench. He comes off the bench at half-time or just after half-time for a lot of matches. For a player of his quality, that must be quite frustrating. He's really good. Next up with 14 and 14 is Asani Diao, the 25-year-old Spaniard with just 12 under-21 caps and 13 goals. I don't know why he's not in the Spain squad. I do know why he's not in the Spain squad, because he's not as good as some of the other Spanish players, but he's very good. Considering we brought him in the first season, £30 million felt steep at the time, but he loves a goal and he's still banging them in. Next up is Enzo Emilio, 16 goals, 14 assists, so 30 goal contributions for Emilio, playing probably as that attacking midfielder. I fear Enzo Emilio might be on his way out soon, mainly because he is 28. He will be 29 during the next transfer window, so maybe the next transfer window I might start to look to sell him. Definitely the one after, I will need to try and sell him. I think we can technically have him for Season 7 and Season 8, maybe even Season 9, but I think we're going to move him on before then. And our top goal scorer this season is Elkin Arbeloa, the Colombian international, 25 caps and 8 goals to his name, but 25 goals for us this season, just the 1 assist. He's starting to get there, isn't he? He's taken his time, his first season, he went out on loan to Heidenheim, didn't he? Actually didn't do too bad. 10 goals in 22 in his first proper season for us, then 10 in 28. He's starting to kind of get a bit of rhythm behind him. I think he could be one of our top goal scorers kind of the whole save if he keeps up this mentality, this kind of approach to the way he's scoring goals. So Villa, Palace, Bayer are all interested. I don't think we're going to sell him unless maybe they want to offer like £150 million. I don't think they're going to. Before we finish off this season, I do want to take a quick look at some of our loan players. So Marco Nicoli spent another season out on loan at Middlesbrough, playing 45 times, scoring a goal as well, which is always nice to see. He is improving. He's not improving quick enough. I think he's going to be good, but he might be a late bloomer, a late developer, Nicoli. He's still got 4.5-star potential, so even the game and my scouts think that he's going to be good. He's just not quite there yet. Who else is worth taking a look at? So I saw this by goals scored. So Oxborough for Wrexham scores 25 goals. Admittedly playing in League One, so that's no real surprise. We've also got Mullen playing for Bournemouth in the Championship, scoring 17. And then we've also got Ilya playing for Luton in the Championship, scoring 16. So lots and lots of goals there. Then we've got Milton getting just 7 slack. Also in the Championship, scoring just 7 for Sheffield United, but I imagine he might have been playing on the wings. I also want to take a look at Mikel Gonzalez. Played 3 times for Regensburg. I want him to get good as well. Much like Nicoli. I feel like Nicoli and Gonzalez are my 2 project players because they've got high potential, but they are literally not improving. And I really want them to improve, but I don't know how. So Season 6 is in the bag. And so is the Europa League, which means next time around we will be in the Champions League. We have to dream. We have to dream of winning the Bundesliga and the Champions League.